On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Alarm.
A loud noise or an automatic signal that warns people of danger. A device that signals the occurrence of some undesirable event or particular danger.
Examples:
Give the alarm. An alarm clock. The alarm announcing an enemy attack went off this morning.
Demon.
An evil spirit, supernatural being or entity often depicted as malevolent or harmful.
Examples:
Demon hunter. Cast demon eyes. The actor's portrayal of the demon in the horror movie was terrifying.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Immobilize.
To render someone or something unable to move or function normally. To restrain, inhibit, or stop.
Examples:
Immobilize the city. Immobilize our opponent. The paramedics had to immobilize the accident victim to prevent further injury during transport to the hospital.
Suffocate.
To die or cause someone to die from lack of air or inability to breathe. To be overwhelmed or constricted by a feeling or situation, such as anxiety or oppression.
Examples:
Suffocate to death. Suffocate fire. People can suffocate from a lack of oxygen in confined spaces.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples:
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries. Relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Paralysis.
A condition in which you are unable to move or lose control of part or most of the body because of illness or injury.
Examples:
Moral paralysis. Paralysis in the leg. Massive demonstrations lead to total paralysis of transportation.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Panic.
A sudden strong feeling of fear that cannot be controlled and prevents reasonable thought and action.
Examples:
a panic reaction, panic buying. The participation of oil-producing countries in the war caused panic in the financial markets.
Induce.
To persuade someone to do something, to cause to act in a specific manner.
Examples:
induce a crisis, induce him to see a doctor. The lack of sleep induces both physical and psychological diseases.
Episode:
a happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
end of the first episode. Episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
creature of habit, artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Auditory.
Of or relating to hearing or the ability to hear.
Examples:
a good auditory memory. Auditory system. The auditory nerve carries sound signals from the ear to the brain.
Hallucinate.
To experience a seemingly real perception of something that does not actually exist, usually as a result of a mental illness or drug use.
Examples:
start to hallucinate. Hallucinate with drug. Sleep-deprived people gradually lose their concentration and may hallucinate.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Out of body.
An experience in which a person's consciousness seems to detach from their physical body and float above it.
Examples:
Out-of-body travel. Out-of-body sensation. Some people claim to have had an out-of-body experience during near-death situations.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples:
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Alien.
A person who comes from a different country, race, or group, a form of life assumed to exist outside the Earth or its atmosphere.
Examples:
Alien fungi. Resident aliens. Alien species have drastically altered the ecosystem in this area.
Abduction.
The act of taking someone away by force or deception, kidnapping.
Examples:
Abduction case. Attempted abduction. The police launched an investigation into the abduction of the wealthy businessman.
Weir.
A barrier or dam built across a river or waterway to control the flow of water, a low dam or fence used to trap fish.
Examples:
Weir on a river. Diversion weir. The local government installed a fish ladder next to the weir to help them migrate upstream.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Incapable.
Unable to do, control, or achieve something.
Examples:
Drunk and incapable. Incapable of being resisted. He seems incapable of understanding what she says.
Lie.
A highly alkaline solution made by soaking hardwood ashes in the water, used in the production of soap, detergents, and other cleaning agents, a caustic substance.
Examples:
Lye soap. Lye water. The drain cleaner contains caustic lye and should be handled with care.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
struggle against discrimination, struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
a circular movement, movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Fraught.
Causing, accompanied by, or full of anxiety, tension, or stress.
Examples:
become increasingly fraught. Fraught with danger. The negotiations were fraught with challenges and setbacks.
Acute.
Extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
acute pain, acute triangle. The patient died from acute alcohol intoxication.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
a signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Stir.
To mix a liquid or substance by using a spoon or something similar, to cause to be agitated, excited, or roused.
Examples:
stir a sauce. Stir up controversy. Topics related to that war may stir up a political hornet's nest.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Paranormal.
Relating to phenomena or experiences that are beyond scientific explanation or understanding, often associated with forces or entities that are outside the realm of normal human perception or understanding, such as ghosts, psychic abilities, or supernatural occurrences.
Examples:
Paranormal experience, paranormal phenomena. The haunted house was said to be a hotspot for paranormal activity.
Medieval.
Relating to or belonging to the Middle Age, that is for the period of A.D. 600 to AD 1450.
Examples:
Medieval times, medieval history. Only the medieval tower remained standing.
Succubus.
Of mythology and folklore, a female demon believed to visit men in their sleep and engage in sexual activity with them. A female demon or supernatural being associated with seduction and sexual desire.
Examples:
Malevolent succubus, seductive succubus. The artist drew a mesmerizing portrait of a succubus queen reigning over her nocturnal domain.
Mare.
An adult female horse, specifically used to distinguish adult female horses from their male counterparts, which are called stallions or geldings. Nightmare equals a distressing or frightening dream.
Examples:
Well-trained mare, the mare's owner. They decided to breed their prized stallion with a magnificent Arabian mare.
Damn.
To express disapproval of or disappointment in something or someone. To condemn or to curse, a swear word, an expression of anger.
Examples:
Damn the consequences. Damn with faint praise. The company's poor financial performance is likely to damn the CEO's chances of being re-elected to the board.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Rib.
Each of a series of curved bones that are connected to the spine and surround the chest. Adjective, subject to laughter or ridicule.
Examples:
Break a rib. Rib cage. The accident caused a cracked rib. Cage. A structure made of metal bars or wire in which birds or animals can be kept.
Examples:
An insect cage. A bird in a cage. The trapped bear is running amok in its cage.
Turkey.
Of an animal, a large bird with a fan-shaped tail native to North America, widely grown for food. Of a country, a Eurasian republic in Asia Minor and the Balkans.
Examples:
Swell like a turkey. Turkey breast meat. They prepared a stuffed turkey for Thanksgiving. Strangle. To choke or suffocate someone by compressing their neck, to inhibit or suppress something, such as a movement or idea.
Examples:
Strangle a cry. Strangle economic growth. The killer used his hands to strangle his victim.
Phi.
The 21st letter of the Greek alphabet, phi, used in mathematics and sciences to represent various concepts such as the golden ratio, magnetic flux, and phase angle.
Examples:
Golden phi ratio. Phi coefficient. The mathematician explained the significance of phi in the sequence of Fibonacci numbers.
Bruise.
A mark caused by a blow, typically one that is purple or black on the skin.
Examples:
Livid bruise. Earlier emotional bruise. She had a bruise on her arm from where she fell on the playground.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Asphyxiate.
To make someone unable to breathe, usually resulting in unconscious or death.
Examples:
Asphyxiate him to death. Asphyxiate rival companies. 3 people were asphyxiated in the crowd crush of the demo.
Reside.
To live in a particular place, typically for a prolonged period of time.
Examples:
Reside on the skin. Reside permanently. They reside in a beautiful old house in the countryside.
Staircase.
A set of stairs inside a building, usually with posts and bars that are fixed at the side.
Examples:
Spiral staircase. Beetle up the staircase. She walked urgently down the emergency staircase.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Abnormal.
Not typical, usual, or regular, especially in a way that is bad.
Examples:
Abnormal heart rhythms. Abnormal cells. An abnormal climate in the region caused a sharp decline in grain harvest.
Overlap.
To partially cover something by going beyond its edge.
Examples:
Overlap one another. Overlap in many areas. There was no overlap between their proposals.
REM.
Abbreviation for rapid eye movement, a stage of sleep characterized by rapid eye movements, increased brain activity, and dreaming.
Examples:
REM sleep cycle. REM sleep behavior disorder. REM sleep deprivation has been linked to various adverse effects on mood, memory, and cognitive function.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Stimulus.
Something that causes growth or arouses action.
Examples:
A response to a stimulus. Economic stimulus. This book provides children with ideas and a stimulus for outside recreation.
Unconscious.
In the state of lacking awareness and the capacity for sensory perception, especially as the result of a head injury or illness.
Examples:
Unconscious bias. A person who is unconscious. I know his unconscious habit that he touches his face when he lies.
Neurotransmitter.
A chemical that carries nerve impulses between neurons or between neurons and muscles.
Examples:
Neurotransmitter receptor. Neurotransmitters released from the brain. Endorphins are a type of neurotransmitter that gives a sense of well-being.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Paralyze.
To cause a person or part of the body to become unable to move or feel.
Examples:
Paralyze a city. Paralyze a person. The venom from the snake bite paralyzed his arm.
Atonia.
The partial or complete loss of muscle tone or lack of muscle strength, often used in medical contexts to refer to the loss of muscle tone during sleep, which is necessary for normal motor inhibition and to prevent sleepwalking or acting out dreams.
Examples:
Atonia muscle. REM-atonia. Some sleep disorders, like REM sleep behavior disorder, involve a lack of normal sleep atonia, resulting in people acting out their dreams.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
chase a dream, wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.
Component:
one of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
key component, spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Menace:
a person or thing that is likely to cause harm or danger, a threat or perceived threat.
Examples:
invisible menace, potential menace. The reckless driver was a menace to other drivers on the road.
Presence:
the fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
the evidence of the presence, his majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Choke:
to prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
choke with anger, choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Function:
the purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Voluntary:
done of one's own free will, without being forced or coerced.
Examples:
voluntary action, voluntary participation. The program is voluntary, so participants can choose whether or not to take part.
Breath:
the air that is taken into and expelled from your lungs. The process of taking into and expelling air from your lungs.
Examples:
hold your breath, breath of wind. He bated his breath when talking about this affair.
Shallow:
not having much distance from the top to the bottom.
Examples:
shallow people, shallow water. Shallow brooks are noisier than deep rivers.
Carbon:
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide, carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Oxide.
A chemical compound that contains at least one oxygen atom and one other element.
Examples:
Silver oxide, combined oxide. The blood's red coloring comes from iron oxide.
Airway.
The air passage from the nose and throat to the lungs, a designated route followed by airplanes flying from one airport to another.
Examples:
Airway blockage, airway beacon. When performing life-saving, the first step is to secure the airway.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations, combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat, perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Oxygen.
The chemical element with the symbol O that is present in air and water and is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live.
Examples:
The hydrogen binds the oxygen. Lack of oxygen. The passenger grabbed for the oxygen mask.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation, to catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Regularly.
At regular intervals or times.
Examples:
Regularly arranged. Post regularly to a blog. This site regularly shares high-quality academic materials.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Narcolepsy.
A chronic sleep disorder characterized by sudden and uncontrollable episodes of falling asleep during the day, often accompanied by cataplexy, loss of muscle control.
Examples:
Narcolepsy treatment. Uncontrollable narcolepsy attacks. The narcolepsy symptoms include excessive daytime sleepiness and sleep paralysis.
Infrequent.
Occurring rarely or irregularly, happening at long intervals, not happening often or in large numbers.
Examples:
Infrequent showers. Infrequent meetings. Traveling to remote villages can be difficult due to infrequent transportation.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban from the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Entity.
Something that exists independently and has its own identity.
Examples:
Legal entity. Government entity. A company is a distinct legal entity.
Haunt.
To frequent or visit repeatedly, often in a way that is disturbing or unsettling. To occupy or fill the mind, often in a way that is unpleasant or persistent.
Examples:
Haunt memories. Haunt my conscience. The crowd's boos and jeers continued to haunt the performer long after the show ended.
Possess.
To have or own something or to have as an attribute, knowledge, skill, etc.
Examples:
Possess a basic knowledge. Possess divine powers. He possesses a good sense of humor.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples:
Horror movie. Horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.